It's a song about important things, you know. Things that are going on in the country. I don't think people know I care about those things. Most of my other songs are just about love.
That brings back memories. Andra Day was so good, and her Golden Globe-winning role as iconic jazz singer Billie Holiday. That was 2021 film, The United States versus Billie Holiday. Now she's reuniting with director, that's Lee Daniels, hey Lee, in the new horror film, The Deliverance. It's inspired by the true story of one of Indiana's most famous supernatural cases. Day plays Ebony, a struggling single mother who wants a fresh start in a new home. So that sounds good. But after strange paranormal things start happening in the house, she finds herself in a battle for life and the souls of her 3 children. In this clip, Ebony questions her mother, played by Glenn Close, after a tense confrontation.
Why would you sniff my breath like that in front of my kids, Ma? You know I wasn't drunk.
Girl, I'm just trying to see that you live a clean life.
Yeah, 'cause you got the church now, right? Praise the Lord, you all brand new.
The Lord saved me.
You might have your little church friends fooled, but I remember everything. Everything.
Everything is right. Andra Day, we're happy to say, joins us now. You are knockout in this role.
Thank you so
Congrats,
much.
congrats,
Thank you.
congrats.
Thank you.
And I didn't even recognize Glenn Close in the beginning.
At
We'll get to
all.
that in just a second. But Ebony's dealing with so much trauma, generational abuse, alcoholism, addiction. But at the end of the day, she's complicated. But I just saw her as a woman just trying to make it and do the right thing. What was this character like for you?
You know, for me, she was, I love her, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, maybe I have a bias, but I absolutely love Ebony because she's real. She's a real girl. She's a real Black girl. And she is ultimately doing the best that she can with what she has. There's a lot of, you know, I think the movie is very interesting because Ebony's trying to be the best mother she can be. She's trying to prove that she can be a great mom. I think she's also trying to kind of break generational trauma or generational curses, as some people say. But she still is dealing with all of her own unresolved trauma, and she's still trying to heal. And so she's trying to be a great mom with all of that. And now she has her mother who's moved in with her. And so she's kind of faced with all of this trauma again. And I love that clip so much because when she says, I remember everything, I think we're familiar when we encounter certain traumas or certain things. Those things, that you mull over them in your head over and over again. And sometimes they can fester and grow into these demons, which I think is, the movie is physically talking about demons, but it's also metaphoric too. So we're watching her battle her internal demons and external demons for her kids.
And it's based on a true story. I wasn't familiar with this story about stuff that was happening in the house. And part of Ebony's struggle, too, was people did not believe her. They did not believe her when she said this crazy stuff is happening to my children.
And I think, the movie being based on a true story was actually a real draw for me because I just sort of love speculation. You know, some people may believe this, some people may not. I do. I believe in the spiritual realm. I'm a believer. And so, you know, I think that I was also drawn to it for that reason as well. You know, that just she's really trying to kind of find her own foundation and her own purpose, you know, and it's obviously we watch her go through all of these challenges emotionally. So I was drawn to her for that reason as well,
Being a believer and tackling topics that this movie covers can be difficult, not just as an actor, but it can stay with you. It can wear on you. It can be like a cologne or a perfume that doesn't leave you. Y'all had a preacher on the set that prayed every day, and you prayed with the group. Why was that important for you?
Well, I didn't know he was going to be there at first, so I was really happy he was there because I'm a praying person, so I like to pray before every scene, before everything that we do, every show. And
Nate, before she came out here, we were praying in the green room. I'm like, okay. Before you came out here,
But I think, and having, his name was Apostle Lewis, and he was amazing to have on set. And I think what it meant is that we're taking seriously the topics that we're dealing with, not just dealing with the paranormal and the spirit realm, but also taking seriously the emotional weight of what it is that we're dealing with. You know, these characters do stay with you. They can traumatize you for sure. And so, but I think that's also, I think sometimes, we are to take certain things seriously, But I also don't believe that we're supposed to be walking in fear. And that's a part of the reason I agreed to do the movie, is that I was sort of reminded through prayer that, like, I have authority over these things. These things are underfoot. And it was important for me to remember that and to show this woman exemplifying that and overcoming that. So it was amazing having him on set and praying with the team, and, you know, it was great.
You know, Andra, there will be people, and I know this because I am one of these people, who will see the word horror next to the film.
Right, yes.
You know, they'll look for something to watch online, and that will turn them off because they don't like that genre.
Right, of course.
You say that's not really what this genre is. You call it faith-based.
Yeah, I think
thriller.
one of the terms Lee uses is faith-based thriller, and I really love that because and it is. There are horror aspects to it, so I also don't want people to walk in unprepared for what they're going to see.
Yeah.
So there are horror aspects, but it's also a thriller. It's also a family drama. It's also a faith-based movie. And so, you know, I think that where you would typically be like, I don't want to watch horror, I think you would sort of miss out on this transformational journey that all of these people are going through. You know what I mean? Glenn Close, who plays my mother, is going through it. The kids are going through it. Monique's character, you know, Anjanou Ellis's character, and mine as well. So I think there would be a lot of things missed if we skip over it because of that. So I call it genre bending, is what I call
You
it.
always hit the fast forward button if you need
Yeah,
to.
or do it. I do everything through Windows. So if I don't see the whole screen, it never happens. You know what I mean?
You are one of the most talented.
Thank you. That's a
individuals
blessing.
in the
Thank you
industry.
so much.
Make sure you check out The Deliverance. It opens at select theaters this Friday and is available to stream on Netflix on August 30th.